G'day YouTube, Turbo Tristan here. In today's video, we will be fitting the front guards and all the body panels to the car, and also using this bad boy to roll some guards. Make sure those new rims that I got don't scrub. Well, here you go. You can see I've been hard at work. I've already rubbed back all of the clear coat on the car, checked the vehicle out for any damages, and it really was just only the stuff that we saw in the first episode, which was a couple of wrinkle spots here, which I'm going to pump these rear guards out. The rest of the car is very, very straight. There isn't a lot of issues anywhere really. The back end of the car is all perfectly smooth and straight, and around to the other side. On the passenger side, there's a very small little crease there, which I will fix that up now. But this is the video that you show your dad when you're looking to buy the car. Sit down, show him the videos, make him watch them. I've removed all of the dirt, all the spider webs, fully cleaned and detailed every single part in and around the car. That's all super duper clean. You can see the car has not been in any accidents. All the frame rails and everything are all perfectly intact. There are no bends or wrinkles or previous repairs anywhere on the car, which is exactly what you want in your project. This is a really good, solid baseline for anyone to do up a car with. Now, this here isn't damage or anything like that. It's just where the leaves get caught down in between the guard and the bumper there. So that's all sweet, no repairs, no accident history at all on the car. All the frame rails are all perfect. Here it is on the other side, and you've already seen underneath it, but it won't be the last time. You'll see more and more of that as we keep going. And great news, I've organised to get the car dynoed next week so we can check the health of the engine and get a baseline on how much power it's putting out 100% stock standard before we do those breathing mods. It'll be fun. It's not going to be a huge powerhouse, but it will be fun. And I think everybody that drives one wants to know what sort of power they put out, because there is no videos online of a standard D16 Y4 on a dyno. Like, I mean, why would you? But plenty of people drive them around, plenty of people race around at 3 AM with their Canon exhausts, so we want to sort of see what sort of power they're making. May as well. As many of you guys know, I've got a full-time job, Monday to Friday. Finish work 5 o'clock on Friday, come straight out into the garage, and I was out until 11:30 at night time, sanding the car down, getting all the clear coat off, seeing where I need to do body work. Very, very minimal places to do that. What we're going to do now is unpack all the body parts. We'll start to get them put on the car so that I can mount them, set everything up, and then roll the guards, because you need a nice solid foundation, because you are putting quite a lot of pressure on the guard roller to pump the guards out. What you'll need is a guard roller. You can buy one of those for about 50 or 60 bucks on eBay. That's in Australian dollars. And you'll also need yourself a heat gun just to help warm everything up. On a car that doesn't have paint on the panels, it's not as important, but if you are doing that on your car with the factory original 20-year-old panels, you will need a heat gun. What that does is just warms up the paint and lets it flex more, so when you're pinching those creases in, it will limit the cracking. It's not going to stop it. It probably is still going to crack your paint and sort of flake off on the inside, hopefully. Hopefully that doesn't flake off on the outside, but just be mindful, go slow, a little bit at a time, adjust the angles, adjust the pressure out, slowly, slowly. If you go too much too soon, you'll buckle your guard and then chuck it in the bin. You've got to do what I did and buy new guards, because the previous person that owned this car had a good solid crack at it. It looks like they took to it with a baseball bat under the tyre and some fat friends, and then drive the car backwards and forwards. What you end up with then is some bumps in the guard like that. Does the job, but it looks crap and it just wrecks the guard. So we had to chuck those out. Turbo Tristan Marketplace has been working. We've sold a supercharger on there, and we're trying to sell the little ripper on there at the moment. I've chucked a price up online of 25 grand, and that price is for the car running and driving. It ran and drove when it came in here. I needed to fix up the fuel system, a couple of brackets for the throttle body. I needed to put some better suspension in it, replace all the bushes, all that sort of stuff. So it's got the suspension, it's got the fuel system, the throttle body's been moved. All I need to really do to finish the car is do the exhaust, finish the fuel tank, which I'll get to soon, but at the moment, this is the #1 priority. We are getting it ready to send off to paint. So firstly, I'm going to take all of these boxes and plastic off and I'll show you what we've got. Just like that, it's all done. So this is the new front bar, brand new guards. We've got the Type R lip on there. All of that is hanging on. It'll probably fall off any second, but it's just sitting up there now so you can see everything we've got. Now what I need to do is put some bolts in all of the guards. I don't need the front bumper on for this, but I'm going to have to put on all of the bolts to tighten down those guards on both sides so I can get them rolled. The bumper, the lip and the guards came from a place called Triple R Automotive. I'll put a little picture of their logo up on the screen here, and I'll also chuck a link to their eBay page down below. I've bought 3 bumpers. This is the 3rd one for EK Civics off them. They all fit up perfect. I've bought 2 sets of guards, so these are my 2nd set of guards. Fits up great. So I'm not sure why Mighty Car Mods went and spent more money on buying used guards from a wreckers when they could have just bought brand new ones. Yeah, sure, they're not genuine. For the price, they're brand new. You can just paint straight onto them. There's no body work required. It's a no-brainer. So for the back guards, as you can probably see, there's a little bit of rust there where the paint's already flaked off, and you can see this shiny bit here, which is where I was sanding last night. The sanding pad didn't actually hit this bit of bodywork because it's actually inwards, so it's been creased in, so this is a low spot. So with the back of the car, because there's no splash guards that need to go in there for roadworthy purposes, and the wheels don't turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump these out quite a fair way. So I'll be stretching the guard and getting rid of all of this and hopefully try and smooth this out as best as I can. With the already creased parts in here, it might make it difficult and it might make the creases worse. So I'm just going to see how it goes. Worst thing is I could put about 1 millimeter of bog or Bondo in there, just to smooth that over, and I'll make the fenders look as though they're OEM with a little bit of a stretch on there. So we're sort of going to stretch just the top part here, so sort of from this area to this area, just to push it out a bit, give a little bit of a lip. See how we go. It's the next day, I'm a little bit cleaner. The car is also a little bit cleaner. I've done the repairs, I fixed up the stone chips on the bonnet, just patched the little spots here and there. The thinnest smear of body filler possible. Really nothing to worry about. Guards are on, bumper's just hanging there, the lip's just hanging there. What I also did while the car's in a million pieces is I noticed down in the door there was lots of dirt, dust, a couple of leaves, things like that. So because this is a non-power Windows vehicle, there's no wiring down the bottom of the car. There's the central locking, which is up high, the speaker wire, which is looped out the door. So what I did is I pressure washed all inside the doors, got all that out. The whole car in every single place has been pressure washed. This is why you don't roll your guards with a baseball bat or whatever this person did before. Kind of warped that guard a bit, but we've fixed it up as best we can. So in the back of the car is a bit of a mess, but I know where everything goes, so that's all good. So here we have Iverson in the car having a sniff around, just making sure everything's all good. This side of the car is pretty awesome. I do need to put just a little tiny bit of body filler just there because there was a slight crease just down there, so that's now gone. I did push it out a little bit from the inside, so there's the tiniest little bit of body filler there. I did have an EK9 rep spoiler to go on here. I paid around 250 bucks for that spoiler. I fitted it up, realized there was no third brake light, which you need that for legal reasons. And the other thing is there was a big panel gap just down here. You could pretty much almost fit your finger in it, and I wasn't happy with that. I am in search of a genuine EK9 spoiler that has the brake light that I can use. If I can get one for a reasonable price, everything that has EK9 attached to it seems to be worth $1 million these days. Otherwise, we'll just go for the tidy look and put the factory one back on. I am considering getting a rear lower lip for the bottom of that in the back. I just think it'll tidy it up and look cool. But otherwise, that's the build for this week. No performance mods or upgrade mods this time around, but we did mod the car by putting the guards and bumper on there, and we did mod the car by rolling the guards, so it kind of counts. Throughout the week, I'm going to be switching over the dash cluster to one with a tacho. We've got it down there in a pile of stuff. I'm going to look at taking apart the rear tail lights and resealing them. Bit of a common issue with these 20-year-old Civics is they do get a bit of water in the tail light, so we'll try and see if I can do that. I do have the wheels coming back from the bead blasters, so I'm going to paint those, fit up the front brakes. And next week I have a dyno booked, well, kind of booked, tentatively booked in. We're going to run this stock nugget up on the dyno. Yep, seems like a bit of a waste, but I really want to see what difference a full set of extractors, a high flow cat and a 2.5 or 2.25 inch exhaust makes with an air intake. I have ordered a radiator. If you look down here, this one has pretty much every single fin pushed in, and this water just down there has been sitting there for days. So I don't know if there's a very small leak or anything there. Probably not. It drove fine, it drives fine, doesn't overheat, but I'm going to just replace that because we do want to give it a crack on the track, so we need cooling. I also have a bunch of brackets here which I'm going to repaint. Some of them, like this bumper bracket and headlight bracket, I'm going to just paint those black. The washer bottle, aircon bracket, radiator bracket. These are the center caps for the wheels. I've already done one of them, and these are the factory tow points or recovery points. So I'll get those all color coded nicely so they'll look fresh as. Tiny little accents underneath the bonnet. So yeah, just doing lots and lots of tidy up. When I fit the dash cluster, I will be replacing all of the globes with LED so it's nice and bright. When I do the tail lights, I'll be doing the same thing. We do have a set of black headlights going in this, so I'll try and stick some LED globes in there as well. Just to modernize everything, make it nice, make it tidy, make it bright. Once the radiator arrives, we do have a set of max pitting rods, hoses here, all black silicon hoses. In that box is the aftermarket intake plenum. Sorry this video is a little bit boring. These are the types of things that you're going to want to know if you end up buying this car, is you're going to want to know that it was looked after, cared for, and everything was done properly. So that's the reason why we're shooting this. In the meantime, make sure you spool up. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Click the like button. Helps me out a lot. Shout out to my one hater that thumbs down every single video. Thanks for watching, buddy. Everyone else, don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.